Middle-aged grind. Welcome back. It's been a minute since I've done a video, and like everybody, I'm sure you deep into 2026, busy with your life and things going on, as am I. And the topic I want to discuss today is, I guess, I don't know what the right word is, control or a lack thereof it, or, you know, evolution in your time in life, I guess. And this channel is a middle-aged grind and, challenges and great things that happen to you in this point in your life. And where I'm getting at is, and I have 4 children. I've mentioned that several times. It's kind of why I started this channel, and hopefully one day they grow up and, maybe get some lessons from dad and kind of thing. And just kind of where I stand right now with that and where I'm getting at. My oldest 2 children are now, and it's God hard to believe, they're 16 and 14. And then I'm about to have a 13-year-old in April, and then I have an 11-year-old, my son, 3 daughters and a son. And my oldest 2 daughters, they're really great kids, both of them, and they have little boyfriends now, and it's just and by all means, so they seem to be good, respectful young men, and I'm very, very happy and pleased about that. But it's just, as a dad, as a parent, you feel like you're losing some control of that nuclear family, so to speak, and it's not bad or all bad. I mean, and like I say, you want your children to grow and develop and, become good people, and, and as that happens, life goes on, and the older folks watching these videos, you know exactly what I'm going through. I guess if you have children that are older than me, it's just a natural progression of life, and that's a good thing. And look, they're kids. I mean, they're a sophomore in high school and in 8th grade. This is, young puppy love stuff, so to speak, which is fun and good. But how do you deal with that? And you just try to be, I guess you raise your children right. And like I say, so far, these young men seem to be good. They're very polite. Yes, sir. No, sir. And you like to see that as a parent, because that's how I always was with my in-laws, and very respectful, and you're courting their daughter, and I wasn't some renegade come showing up, trying to take their daughter away from them, I guess, so to speak. But and I still show respect. I've been with my wife now for 28 years, and my father-in-law came by yesterday. We went out to lunch, had a great time, and he came out by us, and that's just part of it. But how do you deal with that changing a little bit, that evolution and lack of control? And I said that's not the right word, I guess, control, but it just feels like, when you have your young family, and of course they're still under my roof and everything like that. But look, in 2 years, my oldest is going to be 18 years old, and yeah, she'll probably still be at home, hopefully. But when someone's 18 and and they have freedom, and that's not a bad thing. My oldest, another thing, she turned 16 in January. She started driving, and I think I've mentioned that on my last video. And it's as a parent, you're happy for them, and it brings certain ease to the schedule and picking up and that kind of stuff. But then at the same time, you're worried about them, and you hopefully they got enough hours under their belt to be able to do what they need to do, and everything. You just worry about them, and that'll never change. I'm sure there might be a 90-year-old watching this channel, and they worry about their kids, grandkids, great grandkids, so on and so forth. But not always a bad thing, like I say, growing up and just trying to. But man, someone said this the other day, and it's so true. does 2016 really feel like 10 years ago? And the decades are flying by, and I guess I'll be 44 in May. Um, it's just one of those things we all go through. How do you deal with that as a parent? If you're watching this, leave a comment. I know I converse with some people on my channel and emails and back and forth. And what was it like for you? Did you, like I say, what I just try to do is I treat them with respect, and they treat me with respect. And I'm very cognizant of how I act around my family. I don't throw curse words, and we all get agitated at times and drop some curse words, stuff like that. But especially around, you want to set that example on how to treat your spouse and how you treat your kids around, other people and that kind of stuff. So, but what are some of the things you did, and just part of the evolution of life and growing up and learning to deal and cope with that kind of stuff. And let me know how you did it, if you did, and what are some of the things that, maybe some pointers. So I'll continue to make some of these videos. I've been really busy lately, and starting to get warm down here, which is a good thing, and spring renewal, kind of stuff. But I'll see you real soon on the Middle Age Grind.